Here in Nebraska.
But first tonight, tomorrow's a big day in Nebraska. The Republican race for governor will be narrowed down to one. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Many have said this year's Republican race for governor is unlike any they've seen in recent memory.
The mud has been slinging for weeks now between the three candidates who are considered the front runners in the race. Many eyes on who will win tomorrow and move on to the November election. It appears we have a dead heat in the Republican race for governor ahead of Tuesday's primary. A national political analyst is showing Charles Herbster and Jim Pillen locked at the top, while Brett Lindstrom has an outside chance of being elected. This is all coming from Logan Phillips, who runs the website racetothewh.com and correctly predicted a Senate primary in Ohio. Phillips tells the Nebraska Examiner the GOP race for governor in our state might be the most competitive across the country. The website gives Herbster a 44% chance to win, with Pillen right behind him at 42%. Lindstrom is sitting with a 14% chance. U.S. Representative Don Bacon says regardless of what happens on Tuesday, he hopes the GOP can come together following the election.
It's been a spirited race. I think the negative messaging has had a bad impact on it, but hopefully it can unify when we come out of it.
Logan Phillips also says he's surprised former President Donald Trump's endorsement of Herbster hasn't given him a bigger bump in the polls. This all comes as Herbster continues to deny any of the allegations of groping made by 8 women, including State Senator Julie Slama. And now the candidate is saying the group, Conservative Nebraska, is lying to voters in our state. It's about this political ad, which highlights Herbster's past of judging beauty pageants. In a statement, Herbster says he sponsored Miss USA 2018 Sarah Rose Summers in a tour across the state. Summers saying she doesn't want her photo being used in a smear campaign against Herbster. A spokeswoman for the gubernatorial candidate says he will continue to, quote, empower and promote women. Now, at a campaign tour on Monday, as Governor Ricketts was supporting Jim Pillen, he questioned Herbster's involvement in beauty pageants.
And now we come to find out that he has gone off to places as far away as Bangkok to judge teenage girls in beauty pageants. All right, folks, I don't know about you. Isn't that just weird? That's a weird thing. That's not the kind of man we want as governor.
Meanwhile, at this event held in Lincoln at Ross Aviation at the airport, Jim Pillen talked about his approach in leading the state if he should win.
It's really, really important that we treat government like business. In business, we don't start self-appointed budget increases. We always figure out how to do more with less. We have to continue that mantra and make sure that we have less government.
Now, Charles Herbster is holding another tele-rally. It's going to start at 6 o'clock tonight, and we're going to listen in a little bit of that coming up in our 6 o'clock newscast. The race for governor won't be the only thing to keep an eye on.
The incumbent Secretary of State, Bob Evnen, is being challenged by 2 candidates who claim the 2020 election was stolen from former President Donald Trump. Candidates Robert Borer of Lincoln and Rex Schroeder of Palmyra also insist voter fraud happened during Evnen's term. The Nebraska Examiner reports these claims have been investigated and refuted several times. If elected, both Schroeder and Borer say they will switch from electronic vote counting machines to hand counting of ballots by volunteers. And we do have some final reminders for voters as we head into the primary election tomorrow. The polling locations will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Now, voters must vote at the location based on their current address, and polling place location cards were mailed to all voters back in mid-April. If you are still unsure where to vote, you could log on to the Voter Check website. You can also call the election office. All right, now to the latest in the war of Ukraine. President Biden signing into law a new bill that will help arm that country.
This as we're learning more about the horror and desperation people are feeling from the Russian attacks. ABC's Ika Janchi is in Washington with more.
Today, President Biden again making it clear the United States stands with Ukraine.
The cost of the fight is not cheap. But caving to aggression is even more costly. That's why we're staying in this.
He signed the Ukraine Democracy Defense Lend-Lease Act, which temporarily waives certain requirements put in place related to lending or leasing defense weapons to Ukraine and other Eastern European countries. It comes as the Pentagon announced another $150 million in security assistance for Ukraine. Earlier, President Biden and allies announcing new sanctions on Russia, promising to cut off imports of Russian oil, sanctioning on Russian state TV networks, and imposing a ban on consulting and other services that support Russia's war. President Vladimir Putin held a Victory Day celebration in Russia's Red Square, commemorating Russia's victory over Nazi Germany in World War II, where he tried to justify invading his neighboring country by falsely telling Russians they were once again fighting Nazis in Ukraine. That propaganda thoroughly rejected by Yuri, a 98-year-old Ukrainian World War II veteran who drove out the Nazis when Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. Now, he says he wants to live long enough to see Ukraine victorious again. Still, violence in Ukraine continues. Ukrainian authorities releasing this video showing a Russian helicopter exploding over Snake Island, just south of the coastal city of Odessa. And in Kharkiv, some progress for Ukrainian troops as they continue to push Russian forces east of the city into the Donbas region. Senior U.S. officials say nearly all of the 90 American-made howitzers are now inside Ukraine along with ammunition. And today, a 2.5-year-old Jack Russell Terrier was honored for sniffing out over 200 explosives in Chernihiv. He and his owner were given a medal for their service to their country. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
It is time to check out your first forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron. And for John tonight, Malcolm, warm and a little humid today.
Yeah, and Rod, and believe it or not, the humidity's actually dropped off a little bit as the day wore on. You'll see that when we look at the dew point map in just a moment, but the dew point values, or the lower dew point values, are a little bit deceptive because it still feels a little bit humid outside. And you actually might be able to see the hazy appearance over our Groundworks camera looking right outside the station. We have clear skies at the moment. Lots of sunshine today, and that helped push temperatures up into the 90s. Right now it is 91 degrees in the capital city, and the highest temperature I've seen so far is 92 degrees officially out of Lincoln Airport. But check out the temperatures off to the west. They're in the 80s. We've had a cold front approach throughout the day, and it's actually sliding through the area as we speak. So cooler temperatures are arriving, and they will be with us for the day tomorrow. Let's look at dew point temperatures right now. You don't see a lot of green across southeast Nebraska. That has pushed off towards the east. This morning there was a lot of green on this map. So yes, the humidity has dropped from where it was this morning, and we expect it to remain a little bit on the lower side throughout the evening hours. Visible satellite imagery shows clear skies over southeast Nebraska and the entire state of Nebraska for that matter, and I expect clear skies for the next several hours, temperatures dropping into the lower 80s by 8 o'clock, middle 70s by 10 o'clock, but then I have clouds increasing slightly. Remember I mentioned we had a boundary sliding through the area? There may be a thunderstorm or two that fires along it in southeast Nebraska this evening. We'll have the details on that coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Malcolm. Well, nationwide and right here in Nebraska, the need for lung transplants has skyrocketed.
COVID driving up the need an extra 10%. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us how COVID has changed organ transplants. Ariana?
Yes, Dr. Morrow explained that because there were so many unknowns at the beginning of the pandemic, 2020 was the lowest year for organ donation out of fear of giving someone an organ infected with COVID. Fortunately, things have gotten better, and 2021 was the best year for organ donation in Nebraska. Dr. Morrow did say that because of COVID, the age of lung transplant recipients has become much younger. Well, the positive side to that is that the recipients of them being younger is that in most cases, they are perfectly healthy other than having COVID.
Even though they're so severely ill when they get the transplant, they do well post-transplant because they don't have those comorbidities that can impair healing and recovery from such a major operation.
He also talked about there being two categories for those needing lung transplants as a result of the coronavirus. One is a person who has been sick for a few weeks and needs new lungs to get off of life support. And the other is someone who has recovered from COVID but has developed pulmonary fibrosis. Now tonight on the news at 6, hear how the legislature is trying to make becoming a donor even easier for people here in Nebraska.
Ariana Martinez, thank you very much for that story tonight. In other medical news, nurses are being celebrated across the country this week.
Nurse Appreciation Week began last Friday and goes until Thursday. Well, today a Lincoln nurse talked about what the job means to her.
What truly fills my cup is having the opportunity to love every individual that comes in, no matter where they are in their walk of life, and knowing, making sure that they know that they're not alone and that they'll get the best care that they can.
And health officials say this is a great time to pause and just thank nurses for all of the hard work that they do. Well, hopefully all of you moms out there had a great Mother's Day yesterday.
Yes, and for some at James Arthur Vineyards, they celebrated it with some jokes about motherhood.
We got a bunch of moms in here. Drink, we're here to forget those kids exist.
For 4 years, these three friends and comedians have held the Year Moms comedy show.
Just working to lose that last little bit of baby weight, and I'm hoping to do it by his birthday. You're 28, right?
Our relationship is one where we join in together as not only as moms, but as women in comedy.
We talk about our jokes with each other and just are like, this has happened to me, has it happened to you?
Yeah.
And that's what happens all the time.
They each started doing stand-up comedy for different reasons.
You personally, what got you into comedy?
Therapy. Couldn't afford it, so I started doing comedy instead. I have gotten to meet the fabulous Whoopi Goldberg, who told me to never give up, you're never too old, just keep going.
While they balance motherhood and work life, making people laugh is what they say makes them feel completed.
This is like our way of going out and partying.
Because we're too old to party now.
Yes.
Never.
In their show, they combine stand-up comedy and improv, making jokes that a lot of moms can relate to.
We just have a feeling that moms need some stress relief. Moms need to keep saying one punchline at a time.
There is no good stuff. My kids have destroyed it all.
And as they make jokes about the joys of motherhood, they say being a mom is one of the most special things in their lives.
Seeing them change and grow and become their own person, that is really a joy.
Even if they're demons, you've just spawned this amazing little group, and just being proud of their accomplishments.
Still to come on the news tonight, high winds are fanning the flames of a massive fire in New Mexico.
Well, the very latest in your full forecast coming up right after the break.
Children's Hospital and Medical Center, the very best for kids.
And the winner, Miss Missouri.
Before politics, Charles W. Herbster was king of the beauty pageant circuit. Herbster spent years jetting around to judge teenage beauty contestants. Herbster joined pageants from Nebraska to Ohio to Bangkok, Thailand, all so he could judge countless young women and teenage girls. What Herbster did, you decide. Unusual, bizarre, or inappropriate.
Now to those wildfires burning across 5 states in the Southwest and the Great Plains.
Several states remained under red flag warnings tonight, with strong winds picking up and bone dry conditions further complicating the risk. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the story.
High winds fanning the flames of a massive fire in New Mexico. The Calf Canyon and Hermit's Peak fire combining weeks ago, now burning in an area bigger than Chicago. Thick black smoke blanketing the skies. The raging fire seen just feet from a busy highway. Thousands of homes have been evacuated, but some staying to fight the flames on their own.
We decided to stay and take care of our homes, our structures, and take care of the neighbors for looting or whatever reason.
Nearly 1,700 firefighters battling the state's second largest fire, what the National Weather Service is calling a dangerous, long-duration critical fire weather event. Firefighting planes skimming across the lake to refill with water.
We've done everything we can so far and are continuing to do everything we can to stop this spread. But what it really boils down to is we're just humans, and Mother Nature's driving this ship.
The fire has been burning for more than a month, and it's forced 12,000 families from their homes. ABC's Zoreen Shah is with families who spent Mother's Day inside of shelters.
I can see you getting emotional. What are you thinking about right now? What's going through your mind?
My family. I'm worried about my family. I'm worried about everyone back home, and I just want everyone to be safe.
And that extreme fire danger remains for millions across the Southwest, and from Texas to Minnesota, record heat is expected this week. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Malcolm Byron.
Here's a live look over our Southeast Community College camera, and you don't see a lot of clouds facing east. We have clear skies overhead right now, and that has allowed temperatures to soar into the 90s for many across southeast Nebraska, topping out so far at 92 degrees in the capital city. In fact, we did have one viewer call in with a report of 94 degrees on the southwest side of town. So very warm afternoon, made it up to 92 degrees in Beatrice, but cooler temperatures out farther west. The middle 80s out towards the Tri-Cities, even lower 80s in Kearney, topping out at 80 degrees today. We had a cold front pass through the area, and it is passing through Lincoln right about now, and it's actually going to stall this evening. Along it, we could have maybe a thunderstorm or two fire. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. But behind this front, we are looking at cooler temperatures. Statewide temperatures right now show 70s out towards North Platte, Broken Bow, even 60s out in the Panhandle. But off in the eastern part of the state, that's where we have the 90s. See these 80s out towards Grand Island. This is the air mass that'll be with us tomorrow, so I think we will be a little bit cooler for your Tuesday. All right, let's move on ahead here and take a look at, if we can advance forward, Stormcast starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Mostly clear skies, but I want to draw your attention to this green shaded area right here. This is where the front will set up this evening, and for most of the evening hours, nothing's really going to happen, but a few models I've looked at have shown a few thunderstorms firing along it in far eastern Nebraska. It is close enough for what I like to say discomfort, so there's a small chance there may be a thunderstorm nearby in the capital city. The better chance will be to the east, and these will be few and far between. I'd argue most of us will be dry. But in the wake of any thunderstorm that does fire, there will be a little bit of cloud cover for the overnight hours. These will be low clouds. We're looking at partly to mostly cloudy conditions at times. Some versions of Stormcast trying to throw some overnight showers. I think the chance of that is almost slim to none. So we're going to keep things dry for the overnight hours and keeping clouds into tomorrow morning. But as the day wears on, clouds will gradually begin to thin out. We're looking at mostly clear skies for the afternoon on Tuesday, and you'll notice winds out of the north here. That's that cooler air mass in effect, and you'll see that in our high temperature forecast in just a moment. So for tonight, 62 degrees, a very small chance for an evening thunderstorm. We'll be watching that this evening with some overnight clouds, winds out of the north and northeast, 10 to 20 miles per hour. For your Tuesday, no 90s in the forecast. How about low 80s? Some clouds, especially in the morning hours, but with gradual clearing as the day wears on. We're still turning back up the heat on Wednesday and Thursday, 92 degrees the high on Wednesday. It's hot and humid there, and maybe an isolated storm going into Thursday, especially in the evening hours, 91 degrees the forecast high on Thursday. I do want to mention the humidity will be elevated tomorrow, pretty much going through the end of the work week. It will be on the muggier side of things, so right now dew points are a little bit on the lower side, but the humidity will be significantly higher going towards midweek. So remember, we had the 90s back in the forecast on Wednesday and Thursday. We will likely be talking about a heat index on those days. So here's a look at our 10-day forecast. I'd say enjoy the temperatures tomorrow because they will be the coolest for the time being. 82 degrees for your Tuesday, a mix of sun and clouds, and then back up into the 90s on Wednesday and Thursday. A chance for a storm there on Wednesday. I think our best chance for rainfall over the next 7 days, that's probably going to be on Thursday as a cold front approaches. Behind that cold front, we will start to cool off. 83 degrees on Friday with maybe a lingering shower in the morning, and then we remain cool going into the weekend with temperatures back in the 70s.
You know, Malcolm, I was watching your Sunday newscast, and you mentioned it there. I don't know if it's because we're not used to it yet, but yeah, it really felt muggy last night, didn't it?
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, you know, when I say cooling down going into the weekend, we're talking 70s. Our average high is right around 72 degrees, so I guess it's all relative.
Right.
This is not normal. This is significantly above average.
Yeah, I was not ready for those 90s. Even though you and John have all talked about them coming, I was not prepared.
Getting in the car was kind of a rude awakening today.
All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. Down day, though, on Wall Street today to start the work week. The Dow plummeting 654 points. NASDAQ also down 521. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
This week, Ukrainian fighters inside the steel plant making their last stand in Mariupol, plus the rise in COVID cases as the U.S. closes in on 1 million lives lost. More Americans turn to world news tonight with David
And imagine waking up in your bed in the morning to find out the dog you've been snuggling with isn't yours. That's exactly what happened to one Tennessee woman this week.
Jimmy Johnson opened his eyes and didn't recognize the dog sleeping next to him and his wife. A strange canine quietly coming into their house, uninvited, but as the pair checked out the dog, it seemed harmless. They think the back door of their house must have been left open by accident. This post now going viral on Facebook, and sure enough, someone recognized Nala. It turns out Nala traveled almost 2 miles and she just wanted some company and some snuggles. I mean,
made herself at home.
Yeah, she's like, these people look nice. Let's be friends.
All right, Malcolm, let's get a final check of the forecast as we enter Monday evening.
Yeah, warm evening temperatures in the lower 90s in the capital city for the time being. We'll say 92 degrees by 6 o'clock. Into the low to mid 80s by 8 o'clock. Still hanging on to clear skies, but I'm increasing clouds ever so slightly by 10 o'clock as there's a small chance for maybe an isolated storm to fire in eastern Nebraska. We won't rule it out for the capital city, but overall I'd say most of us will be dry. Overnight lows tonight likely in the lower 60s.
All right. Thank you, Malcolm, and thank you so much for joining us.
World News Tonight is up next with David Mira. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Analytics.